Hey, what is up? Today's entitled parent thinks pepper spray will get your coupons doubled. Bold move, Karen. Let's see if they pays off, by today's Tyrion. This took place last week at work. Some backstory: I am a cashier at Harris Teeter and very rarely have a negative interaction with someone because it was such a tight-knit neighborhood atmosphere. Everyone knew and loved us cashiers. This was the one exception. It was also the most insane public freakout I have ever experienced. It was mid-morning and I had just been talking to one of my customers that always comes to my register. After giving her the receipt, smiling, I turned to today's Karen, who was already glaring at me with the classic resting bitch face. Her responses to my greetings immediately gave me a sense that she was not in the best mood. Me: did you find everything okay today, ma'am? Karen: no, but then again I never do at this place. Me: well, you can always go to customer service and they can locate an item for you if we have it in stock. Karen: no, I don't want to waste my time, just being really condescending and bitchy. She asks for paper bags, which annoys me because that takes twice as long and it's already busy. When I finally finish bagging, she hands me a bunch of coupons and I start scanning them. The week before there was a store event that doubled all coupons and the computer would do it automatically. She thought it was still going on, and so when the computer didn't double them, I guess she thought I was trying to short her. She accuses me of this and I inform her the special event ended 2 days ago, and she says, well, can't you just do it for me? Stop being so cheap, you ended it too early. Now Harris Teeter is pretty chill about these things, and if she was polite and I asked the manager, she probably would have finessed, but she wasn't. So when she complained and asked for my manager, and he came over and said exactly what I said, I was very satisfied. She wasn't. After I rung her up, I still kind of felt bad because she wasn't expecting to spend so much money. During the event, people would bring $80 orders to like under $10 with the right coupons if that shows how good the deal was. I suggested that I could give her the senior discount, which is 5% and can only be used on Thursday for people over 65. This would make sure she left at least a little content. Also, my manager would have probably thought it was a good compromise to save a customer. Karen did not appreciate my act of kindness, to say the least. She immediately got triggered and assumed I thought she was over 65. No, I don't want your SN or discount. She said this with enough volume that the closest other cashiers turned around and looked. This was the exact opposite reaction I was expecting, and I was thrown completely off. I tried to finish the transaction to get her out of the store ASAP, but she wasn't near finished. She demanded the manager come back to the register. When he got there, she accused me of calling her old and tried to say I was being extremely disrespectful. My manager, knowing how respectful I usually am to the customers, immediately smelled the bullshit and also tried to get her away from the register and over to the customer service desk so they could deal with her easily away from the line of customers. She was not having it. She kept saying I was the most disrespectful cashier she had ever witnessed. At this point, everyone within 20 yards was gawking at us in horror. She then said she was not leaving this spot until she got all of her coupons doubled, and I was fired. My manager came in clutch and said, hold on ma'am, I will take care of it for you, but went and got security. This is when shit hits the fan. Upon seeing the huge security guard following the manager over to her, she realizes she's fucked and goes out with a bang. She quickly rummages through her purse and I am confused for a second when she pulls out a mini pepper spray bottle. I start to duck, but she lets it fly right at me as she curses some more. I have never seen pepper spray used before, so when it didn't directly hit my skin, I thought I was fine. I was wrong. As the smoke billows around the register, the other shoppers rush backwards to get away from the particles in the air, but in seconds everyone that was touched by the smoke started hacking and running away to the bathroom. I can barely breathe through what felt like bee stings lining the inside of my throat, and I stumble out from my cover coughing and writhing from the way that the smoke was melting my face and arms. A guy from the line next to me somehow bears the pain and jumps in and bear hugs her until the security guard catches up and slams her against the ground. The last thing I hear when I'm covering my scorched face and running to the employee bathroom is Karen screaming at the security guard to get off of her. The air all around where she sprayed felt like it caught on fire, and my sensitive skin was completely inflamed even after 15 minutes of splashing cold water on it. When I finally come back out, the shopping center police are talking to the manager, and I could see Karen being guided into a cop car through the front store windows looking into the parking lot. It is still utter pandemonium because several shoppers got injured by the spray as well. My manager praises and apologizes me for what happened and tells me to go home early. Despite the massive L, I got to take some stuff from Karen's cart since she already paid for it all. Those were the greatest tasting double stuffed Oreos of my life. Also, I ganked some smoothies which felt really good on my sore throat. I didn't go to the doctor because my house is close, and when I called my mum she said we had some cream that helped. He calls me later that day and clarifies that there's no need for me to be involved legally since there were cameras and tons of other witnesses. They just asked me to give them a more accurate account of the dialogue between Karen and I. Fast forward a week, I got off of work today, and before I left my manager told me she got charged with assault and battery and was put in jail to wait for her trial. I didn't have to press charges because the store was vouching for me. I'm also starting next month with a $2.50 raise, which makes my hourly $12 an hour instead of $9.50, which is nice. They told me a bunch of other benefits I would have, but it's mostly stuff I don't have to worry about right now. I'm not sure if it is because I can sue the store or they just feel bad for me. For the most part my face is healed, but there are still some splotches on my neck. Moral of the story: pepper spray is like a poisonous grenade, and never bring up the senior discount around someone who is mentally insane. That's it for today's stories. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons below. We are posting new content daily. See you next time. And if you any suggestions for new subreddits to read stories from, please leave them in the comments below.